We're back in on our hardcore idiot, and we're starting off here today by killing this big frozen idiot for the 50th time. And yes, that is pretty much 50 times with zero mechanics, but I'm getting loot, so who really cares? But today is not all about bossing. We have a much larger task at hand, because we have the first big quest towards getting to Priff with Mournings End Part 1. So this is definitely going to be a fun one today, although just before we do get into the quest, there is something that I need to check up on just because it has been bugging me a little bit. It was pointed out to me during one of our live streams that I've been doing divination pretty wrong. I'm level 71 in divination, so I am able to harvest these lustrous energies, but I've actually managed to level myself up to 71 divination without making any of these boons, which apparently I was supposed to do all the way up to this level, as it's supposed to give me some more energies or some more experience. So check up on how much experience that I get from just the one spring here, as well as roughly how many energies I get. And also this is a daily divination challenge apparently. So without a boon, that was 119 lustrous energies and 343 experience that I got from the one spring. So to make the boon of lustrous energies, which is going to permanently increase my effectiveness by 10%, I'm going to require 1250 vibrant energies or 1250 lustrous energies. And seeing as I have nearly 2000 vibrant energies, we are going to use those. So we'll weave the vibrant energies into this boon of lustrous energy, which, this is going to be magnificent. This is the very first time I'm seeing this animation. Yep, and there's an achievement as well. So I've taken note of my current experience, so we'll do another spring and just see what we get from it. Which, yes, I got a lot more energies. That's an additional 30 that I got, which in total gave me 347 experience from that one spring. So yep, this entire time I have been missing out on getting some more energies, as well as getting some more experiences from doing actual divination. I absolutely hate this skill. And yes, I'm blaming this skill and not my own stupidity here. Anyway, that is definitely enough maths for one day. So for now, we need to go find these nice teleporting elves, who I can see over at those magic trees, so we can begin this quest. Oh good, they didn't teleport away for once. Right then Muppets, give me a quest. Talk about Mournings End, absolutely. Ariane Wynn requests a meeting with me in Leccia. Oh yes, every Welsh person. This is going to be a horrible quest to listen to. Liletya, I know nothing of this place, nor how to say it. And she teleported me straight to the handsome elf actually, and gave me a crystal teleport seat. Well, that's already a decent reward for this quest. We now have a permanent way to teleport back here to this little town. Yes, I spared your ears with me trying to pronounce it. Right you, what are we getting up to? Well, basically I have to go kill some mourners just to get a set of their clothing so that I can infiltrate their headquarters. And I should also mention that this is my new ranging outfit. Yes, a level 70 crystal bow and level 50 spined armour. And I'm also rocking some ranger boots. Fashionscape on an Ironman. Hello mourners, I would like a set of your clothing please, thank you very much. Well, that was rather nice of them, they have left me a lot of things. But before I can put on the mourner's set, I'm going to need to get rid of the bloodstains on it, as well as repair the trousers. Right you, wash my clothes. The soap he uses can clean almost any stain. Well, that is just absolutely disgusting, you. Well, I'm leaving this piece of filth and I'm just going to steal some soap from his laundry basket. Absolutely steal that soap. I should wash your mouth out with this soap, you absolute filth. Who knew that druid robes shouldn't be white? Anyway, we'll use a magic soap on our mourner's top to clean off all of the bloodstains. Then we're straight back here to Leccia to try repair our trousers. Right you, fix my trousers. She's going to require 2 sheets of silk as well as some bear fur to repair them, which how fortunate for me that I already have. And I now have a full set of the mourner's gear. So let's go infiltrate their headquarters. But you know, not everything in this game is about violence. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is violence. But I'm wondering instead if I infiltrate them and just show them all of my love. Just kinda like how that druid did to his pants. And what can say love more than actually making them something? Something from the heart. Something like, oh I don't know, some toad crunchies. Let's make this a mission of peace, not of violence. and that I totally didn't read ahead in the wiki, and this is what we need. Right chaps, I'm here to show you my large throbbing love, so let me in. Well, there should be a trapdoor somewhere in this building that I'm supposed to enter. Ah, here it is actually, so let's climb down into it. Ooh, now that gnome is on a rack. Right, just open the gate here chaps, I know exactly what to do with this. Actually, is this how you get normal sized people? Right you, let me in next door to torture the gnome. He's just offered to explain to me as to why we have this plague nonsense going on. So what I think we should do is say no, so we can just continue on with this quest. I didn't even know there was a plague, truth be told. But he gave me a tarnished key, so let's open a jail door and go torture a gnome. You may want to leave for this, son, because this is about to get rather disturbing. Unless you want to help, of course. More the merrier, because we're about to use this feather on this gnome. Remember, this is all about showing our love. So we tickle the gnome's nose, and it gives us COVID in return. Well, we'll try all of that again, but this time on his feet. Oh, well that was just an absolute awful animation. No, I never want to see that again. So instead we're going to dangle the toad crunchies above his head, just out of reach. Now that is cruel. And I should probably mention that we are torturing this gnome so that it repairs a broken device for us, which he will only do if we bring him some soft leather alongside a magic log. And I have no idea where I'll get those items from, but because we do have the items, we can now release this gnome, which we've just done, so hopefully he has fixed this device for us, which he has actually, so we now have a rocket launcher. We now need some ammo for the rocket launcher, and I'm pretty sure I know where to get some. Yes, we're going to do my favourite pastime and get ourselves some bloated toads to use as ammo. I absolutely love big chompy bird hunting. Not to brag or anything, but well over 4,000 kills on the main. Yes, you're right, I don't have a life. We've actually to re-dye the sheep in our down just to prove that the plague is still continuing or some nonsense like that. So what we need to do actually is use some of the dyes that we got on our ochre bellows just to fill the bellows up with that colour. Then we can go around and bloat some of the toads just so we can get some coloured toads. So now that we have some coloured toads as ammo, we can put them inside our rocket launcher and we'll use that to fire at the sheep. Oh, this is going to be rather fun, I reckon. Well, no, actually, I take it back. This is the most horrible interface I think I've ever seen. Although target acquired. Let's fire and recolour that sheep, which we have done, so they're now just a slightly greener version of green. So now just to do the same to all of the other sheep, which I'm assuming these are the yellow ones. He was told to re-dye them the same colour as they are now. Okay, well clearly that's not yellow. If that's not yellow, what other colours could it be? Because my choices are red or blue. Well, maybe the ones here look a bit more yellow. Oh, I absolutely hate this interface. This does not need to be this ridiculous. Granted, I would love to see what this looks like on the outside of this. There's a sheep. Fire. Brilliant. Well, we're trying to do the blue sheep next, but I can't find out where they've gone. I did have one little in my sights and now it's disappeared entirely. That's because they've moved up the hill here. Please just stay still, chaps. This is a lot more tedious than it's supposed to be. Just stand still, little sheep. Fire. Ah, we got it. Finally, we got it. Ay, ay, ay. Well, these clearly white sheep are actually meant to be red, so let's try fire at them. Which we have a target. Fire. So there's a red sheep. Okay, that is all of the sheep now died, and I never want to talk about this ever again. Whoops, I thought that was a talk option on this guy, so may as well just quickly murder him, then we can go speak to who I'm supposed to. Yep. Don't mind that, guys, that wasn't suspicious at all. Right, you, what do we do? I actually quite like that guy. He's asked me to now go poison a food supply. So, I need to go speak to someone about getting some poison. Right, you, poison me. Well, give me poison, don't poison me. Get out of my house, mourner. No, just give me the poison, then I'll go. I'm not taking off the disguise. Well, she's explained how to make the poison, but unfortunately I require a barrel of naphtha, which means I need to head back out here to the chemist's house and do this fractional still nonsense all over again. Which, don't get me wrong, that's still incredibly fun and tedious to do. Next we have to get ourselves a barrel of apples, which we will take from this rotten apple pile, and now we can use the barrel of naphtha on our apple barrel to create our naphtha apple mix. And if we run this mixture through the sieve that we were given, we end up with our toxic naphtha poison. So now we're heading off to poison a town. Well, after we quickly cook off the apples and just leave the nice poison behind. So we'll use our toxin powder on this grain supply, and after a few seconds of mixing, you would never be able to tell that there's some poison in it. And we'll do the exact same to this grain sack just here inside the church. Right you, I've murdered some mourners, I have tortured a gnome, and I have poisoned a food supply. What's next? Oh, that was it actually. Quest complete. We got 25,000 thieving experience as well as constitution experience, and we can now access the Death Guard headquarters as well as the village of Lecha. But that is Mournings End Part 1 complete, which means we should now have access to Mournings End Part 2, which, looking at our quest brief, we have everything we require for it. But that will definitely be for another day. We are definitely getting quite close to being able to do Plague's End. Just some more skilling requirements and another quest or two, but damn, we're getting close. But that's enough for me for today. That was a pretty big, pretty important quest to have done, so I'm pleased that it is now done actually. And as always, if you have enjoyed this episode of Hardcore Idiot, then why not give the video a like and subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't already. But thank you very much for watching today's episode. I think I'm going back to some bossing now, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye for now everyone. Bye bye.